boys and girls, this is Mrs. Wingervasio, and today we're going to be covering Chapter 6, Lesson 6.5 on percent of increase or decrease. Reference pages to this can be found in your textbooks, pages 242 and 243. As a reminder, please take down all the notes in today's video for full credit. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with some key ideas. I like for you just copy down only the highlighted area that I did in blue and in purple. So, we're going to first talk about percent of increase, and there's an equation formula that you're going to need to know. So it says here that for percent increase, you will have the new amount subtract the original amount divided by the original amount. And then for the percent decrease, make sure you write it exactly the way I have it. You will have the original amount minus the new amount divided by the original amount. Now, if you don't want to understand what the new amount and original amount means, I'm going to show you in my examples. But for percent increase and decrease, it's basically used to find the change of something. So for example, let's say you have a score in a basketball game of 20 and then you have 45 later. Well, I know from 20 to 45, the points went up by how much? From 20 to 45, the points went up by 25. But what is the percent that it went up by? So that's what today's lesson is going to be about. Not how many it went up by, or not how many it went down by, but what's the percent it went down or up by. So let's start first with the percent of increase. So for this first example, it says here, the table shows the number of hours you spent online each weekend. What is the percent of change? So we're going to find the percent in your online time from Saturday to Sunday. So first of all, you need to realize that this is a percent of increase. You actually increase your time from Saturday to Sunday. Now, if I ask you how many more hours did you increase by from Saturday to Sunday, you could just say, well, 4.5 minus 2 is 2.5. So I spent 2.5 more hours on Sunday than I did on Saturday. So that was an increase. So since it's an increase, I'm going to go ahead and put here increase. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the increase, percent increase, so percent increase equation or formula. So it says here, new amount subtract original amount divided by original amount. So I'm going to copy the same thing down. So it's new amounts. I'm putting here new amount subtract. If you look back to your notes, it says new amount subtract the original amount. Subtract the original amount. So original amount. And make sure you copy down everything that I'm writing down. Original amount divided by the original amount. So how is this going to be solved? Let me finish writing this down. So what I'm going to do is I need to see what was my new amount. Well, we're comparing two things, Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday was the old one, Sunday's the new one. So the new amount was 4.5. So I'm going to put 4.5 to represent my new amount. Now what is my original amount? Well, I started off with the original is 2 hours, so I'm going to put 2 hours. So that's for the top part. Now the bottom part says you're going to divide it by the original amount. So what was the original time you spent? 2 hours. So now all you need to do is solve the top and the bottom to get your percent. So 4.5 minus 2, which we said earlier, was going to be a difference of 2.5. So you're going to say 2.5 at the top, and the bottom just stays as 2. Now, to get it to a percent, we need to do the division. Top goes in, bottom goes out. So I'm going to show my work on the side right here really quick. Top goes in, bottom goes out. Dividing. So when I divide that, I'll get a total of, let's see, that's 2, that's 0, that's 5, that's a decimal, that's 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. And we have 1 left over. That's going to be a 0 right here. And so then we have 2 times 10 is what? That's 5. So my answer is 1.25. So what does this 1.25 mean? Is that my percent? Not yet. We need to move it to the right. Now it's a percent. So my percent is 125. What does that mean? It means that from Saturday to Sunday, I not only doubled my time 100%, I went ahead and had 125 increase. So my increase was 125. Notice from here to here, it went up, so that's an increase, okay? So I would like for you to go ahead and do the 2% increase questions here. If you notice number 1, it says 10 to 25, that's an increase. And then from here to 57 to 65 people, that's also an increase. So we are trying to find the percent increase. I can easily tell you how much it changed by, but I don't want to know that. I want to know the percent. So please use the following equation right here. for the first two on your own problems, okay? So if you need to look back to my video or look back to your notes for this formula, please make sure you write this down. All right, so go ahead and do this. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and have you do the percent decrease. So this is the percent decrease. For the percent decrease, it's almost the same, but except the formula is just a little different. So for this one, we're talking about a bar graph. It shows the softball players' home runs for the years 2010 all the way to 13. But we're only going to look at the percent of change, so percent of change from the 2012 to the 2013. So let's just focus on these two. And if you notice the change from 2012 to 2013, we actually went down in our home run total. So we didn't do too well. So what did we go down by? Well, I can easily tell you we went down by 8 home runs. But I don't want to know the points or how many. I want to know the percent. So we're going to use the formula of percent decrease, which is going to be percent decrease. I'm going to put here decrease, really quick, decrease. And the formula goes, you have here original amount. I'm going to go ahead and put it right here because I'm not going to have enough space. Original amount, so make sure you copy this down, is subtracted by the new amount, so new, I'll put here new amount, divided by, can you guess? If you guess original amount, you're correct. Original amount, so original amount goes here. And then all we need to do, oops, let me rewrite this part, original amount, I'm just abbreviating, original amount, and then all we need to do is figure out what amount is what. So, original amount, what did we start off with? We're only talking about 2012 and 13, so we started off with 28. So I'm going to go ahead and put 28. What is our new amount? From here, 2012 to 2013, it became 20, so our new amount was 20. What was our original amount again? It was 28. Again, we're just comparing these 2 years. So original amount was 28. So all we need to do is find the difference between the top. 28 minus 20 is 8. So we have here 8 out of 28. Is this our answer yet? Nope, we have to still divide it. So we're going to go ahead and do top goes in and bottom goes out. And if you need more decimals, go ahead and drop a decimal and a 0, or place values, I'm sorry, and then go ahead and divide that. Okay, so then we have we have 8 into 28 is about how many times? You're going to actually get a decimal, so, and it might go on for a while in your homework, so if it does, please make sure just to go at least 3 decimal places. So 28 into 2, that's going to be about 56, because if I do it 3 times, it's going to be too much. And then 80 minus 56 is going to be 24. Since I don't have enough, I'm going to drop a 0, and then 28 into, sorry, 1 second, 28 into 240 is going to be roughly about 8 times, and that's going to be about 224. And if you finish the rest, so 224, you should get a total of 0.28, and I believe it was, let me just check really quick, 0.286. Again, just 3 decimal places, and I'm okay. So what does this 0.286 mean? It means that it's going to be how many percent? Let's see, let's write this down. 0.286, move it 2 to the right. My percent will be 28.6%. So my home run average went down by 28.6%. So this is the amount it went down by. I know it went down by 8, but what was the percent? 28.6. So again, this formula is used to find the decrease of an event or an amount. Okay, so I'd like for you to go ahead and do one more thing with me before we do our percent decrease. So I would like for you to copy down the percent error formula. So go ahead and copy this down. So for the percent error, we use this when we want to know what's the mistake that we calculated. So it says here percent error is amount of error divided by the actual amount. So let's go ahead and take a look at our example I have here. It says you estimated that your classroom is 16 feet, but really it was 21 feet when we measured it. So you had an error. So what is the error? Well, the error is going to be, the percent error is going to be the amount of error, divided by, and I forgot the word of, so let me go ahead and rewrite that again. The amount of error It's kind of hard to write with a mouse, so excuse my writing. Error divided by actual amount. So actual, so we'll put actual amount. Okay, so that means, and this is for the percent error. So I'm going to put here error. Oops, error. Okay, so what is our percent mistake? Well, what is the amount of error? Well, from 16 to 21, what was the mistake? I can subtract that 21 from minus 16 will be, and then when we do that, that's going to be a total of 5. So the amount of error is 5. That's the mistake we made from 16 to 21. And what was the real amount? Well, the real amount was actually 21. So actual amount, so I'm going to put here 21. So all I'm going to do is take 5 divided by 21 by doing top goes in, bottom goes out. And when I divide that, I'm going to get a total of 0.238. So 0.238. Now I didn't finish dividing the rest down here, but this is something that you can do. Finish the rest here, okay? So if I have a 0.238, what does that mean? That means that this is the decimal and I need to change it to percent. So 0.238 will be a total of 23.8%. So our mistake error, our percent error, was 23.8% what we calculated. So we were wrong about 23% of the time, or not the time, but the 23.8%. Okay, so for this homework question, in example 3 is going to be talking about the chart from the baseball home run. So you'll need to look back to this example to do number 3 on your own, okay, for 2010 and 11. And then for the number 4, you'll have to go ahead and explain example number 3. Okay, so do this on the same paper as you're on your other questions on your own. And then if you can do one more thing for me is the exit ticket. Please answer the following question to this writing prompt. And any questions you have in today's video, please ask me tomorrow in class. Have a great day. Bye-bye.